Miami Dolphins have stretched out to a 3.5-point favorite. A little surprising to me. I guess maybe not. Miami, one of the public sides, catching 75% of the bets. They're also looking ahead to Thursday night football. Worth noting, like I said, laying 3.5, -174 on the money line. Jags +146, 48.5 is the total. I'm not exactly sure as to why. I think it's the general idea that Jags might be really bad on defense, and that this is going to be a tough spot for them going against this offense early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I know people say like, "Oh, hey, well, Jacksonville's going to be used to the heat and humidity." Not in this stadium. Like this, the Dolphins stadium is specifically designed. Their bench is in the shade, and the visitors catch all the sun. And I think they're going to be sweating their ass off. I stumbled upon this stat: Trevor Lawrence is 1-18 when his defense doesn't record a takeaway. And Trevor Lawrence, I compared him to Carson Wentz because the fumbling is a real issue. He's lost 21 fumbles the last 3 seasons, worst in the NFL. No other quarterback even has 15, let alone 20 plus. And this Miami team, Miami is who we thought they were, right? They are a team that shows up at home in September when it's hot
against teams that might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're kind of a gatekeeper team.
Yeah.
And I think in a way I have them as a gatekeeper team this year. Someone that's going to win more games than they lose, but be on the outside looking in.
When it's 80 degrees or more, too, is 15-3 straight up, and McDaniel is 9-1. Like, yes, if it's
that
hot,
simple,
to me it is. I understand. I'm not super high on this Dolphins defense. Hashtag not a totals guy.
They've lost a lot of important stuff.
Yeah. So I'm praying that Chop Robinson keeps them in the game, but I just don't think the Jags corners can keep up with Jalen Waddle, with Tyreek Hill. I mean, the speed on this team. They have the fastest receiver, Tyreek Hill, fastest running back in Achane, second fastest running back in Mostert, and third fastest receiver in Waddle. Like, these are going by like their Madden speed ratings, but this is like an
going deep,
insanely fast team. It's also a sweet little revenge game here for Jalen Ramsey. And Trevor Lawrence just isn't good on the road. 8-17 straight up, 11-14 ATS. Tua wins at home when he's supposed to win early in the season. 18-8 ATS at home. This to me is, I don't love it, but in some ways, the fact that it went to 3.5, I think is kind of telling you. Now I have plenty of dogs loaded up. I realize I'm starting off fairly chalky here, and this probably it's not going to make a lock for me, Miami, but I think the case is still pretty strong.
You're not worried at all about Buffalo on Thursday night in a couple days.
Yeah.
I know it's opening game, probably not.
I think the Thursday look ahead and the Thursday stuff in general, that takes a couple weeks for that to matter.
Rain, the rain and wind potential worry you at all?
Yeah, I mean, if they get hurricane type stuff, I think that probably would benefit the Jags, because I think the Jags, if you're on the Jags, you're thinking, hey, they're going to be able to run the ball. Dolphins are going to struggle with that front seven to slow down ETN. So I think if you're high on the Jags, that's what you like. Or if you're optimistic about old Goldilocks, Trevor Lawrence.
That's I think my take is that they lost a piece on their defense that's going to enable them to stop the run. I think this is a sneaky game for Travis Etienne. I think this is a sneaky game for the Jags to show up here and surprise some people. And we talked so much about Ryan Nielsen coming over on this defense and what the changes could look like. Tua under pressure, Sean. We're not that long removed from him having to take some judo to learn how to fall on the ground better. What if Tua gets hurt? I think between the offensive line pieces that they lost and the defensive line pieces that they lost, the Jags are going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. And if they control the line of scrimmage,
that's fair. I think
they lean on them, then to your point, the fatigue could go both ways. I agree with you. The Jags will be on the hot side of the field. This is the team that wears black at home in Florida for some reason. They are not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I certainly don't mind hopping on to a Jags team, even though we're supposed to lay the 3.5. I'm, based on what you said, a lot of smart things makes me think I should wait, grab a 4 when it gets there, if it gets there. But yeah, no, I think the Jags win the line of scrimmage. I think the Jags don't need Trevor Lawrence to do a ton, but you know what Trevor Lawrence does well? He throws the deep ball well, and I think we're going to see them be able to work the play action off the successful run game. Gabe Davis is new in town. Even you like Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors' running mate there at LSU last year in college.
Yeah, no, I think the case for the Jags is fairly strong. Miami is not one of my stronger games, Ryan, but
almost certainly
to me, it's just like it came down to I'm not taking road teams in these Florida humidity games. I have a calendar reminder: don't bet against Florida teams at home, even if it is the Jets.
It is another Florida team, but yeah, you're right.
Right. We're gonna be sitting at the Westgate watching the games on Sunday. Come say hi. We got a booth.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna Pam Oliver. Is she still alive? They're gonna go to the sideline reporter. And she's going to be standing next to a thermometer.
No, she is.
It's 95 degrees, but it feels like 105 on this Jags sideline. And they're going to pretend like it doesn't matter. And then they're going to get gas. Conditioning, especially in the new NFL, Ryan, September, it matters. That's why Broncos are good at home at elevation. That's why these Florida games happen.